saying that because it's spooky.
His house is quite spooky.
Spooky season, yes.
We've got
Yes. Pumpkins and ghosts galore.
lots of spooky stuff. I think we've gone. I've said this to you the other day. I think we've gone too hard, too early on the Halloween.
Okay, well,
Just my opinion.
Riley loves Halloween,
She does.
and personally, I would like it to be finished so I can get Christmas underway. But
Yeah. It feels like we've done.
No, but she loves it, and also I have to go back to work, and I'm working on Halloween, so I wanted her to enjoy it.
Yeah.
For
Just a little bit longer.
as long as possible.
Yeah.
And she does enjoy it, and plus I love my ghosts.
Good. Yeah, you've done very good with the ghosts. I actually thought you made them.
Nah, but I could make them.
We've got little ghost things that float. It looks like they're floating.
They're basically just white balloons with ghost faces on them.
Yeah, they're very cool.
And then like a white sheet sort of thing that looks like it's like a see-through sheet, like kind of like the bags you get in the supermarket for fruit.
Yeah. Right, me and Riley haven't done our I say yearly conker picking, but we picked conkers last year, and
Yeah, 100 of them.
100. Well, we went out and we found 35. I was really enthusiastic about picking up the conkers, and I was trying to get Riley to be into it, but she just wasn't interested. And then I showed her the shiny conker, and she was like, "Ooh, shiny!" So we picked up 35, and then we brought them in. We counted them all out, and then she says, "We have to get 100. We have to get 100. We have to get 100." So we went out and got another 65.
I would have just told her you had 100 because you kind of count to 100.
Ah, but it's the magic in it.
Is it?
Yeah.
And in the meantime, I'm eating a mince pie.
You're eating them,
Like
so
lifetime mince pie eating.
So you're definitely desperate for Halloween to be over.
Yeah.
You're definitely hinting at it.
Yeah.
We're having a wee boozy podcast this week.
Slightly.
Yeah, slightly.
What have you got?
Huh?
What have you got?
You're going to make me pronounce it. Shihalian.
It's Shahalian.
Shihalian, is it?
Yes.
How do you know?
Weirdly, because the Sick Kids has a word called Shahalian word. Just through work.
Named after the beer.
Unlikely that it's named after the beer.
Right.
It obviously is something. I don't know.
Crafted in Scotland since 1983, so it's the same age as my brother. Yes.
You're looking at me for reassurance there. I don't know. Yeah, he's 40 next year.
40 next year, so no.
No.
No, 1984.
Yeah.
So this is a year older than my brother, this beer. And it tastes like it. I don't know what that means.
That's gross. You have a new Halloween joke this year, which I actually quite enjoy.
Well, it's my turn to take Riley Geisen this year because you're working, I think.
Mm-hmm. I'll be at work dealing with, excuse me, SpongeBob is fighting with Scooby-Doo. Please help.
Yep. So it's my turn to take Riley out, and I was scrolling through Instagram Reels and I found a joke.
It's a good joke.
I should have actually kept it for the record so that you could hear it, so that you could bawl your eyes out laughing because it's so funny when you hear it.
Not that level of funny, but
Okay.
go ahead.
It is. Oh, what was it again? Why do monsters not eat ghosts?
I don't know. Why do monsters not eat ghosts?
Because they taste like sheet.
I mean, it's chuckle, but
Yeah.
if you teach a 4-year-old it, then it's funny.
Yeah, Riley didn't get it when I told her.
No, she was just, which
But
is
if I
good,
just-
obviously.
If I just teach her to tell people it,
Yeah, that'd be
I'm
fun.
sure people will laugh.
Cracking
And it's
that out in
kind of
nursery.
it's kind of like a swear word as well.
Really?
Because I wanted her to do like a anti-joke this year. I wanted her to do like a really horrific joke.
Like a joke about your auntie?
No. Like why did the girl fall off the swing? Because she has no arms. Why did the little girl's ice cream melt?
Don't know.
Because she was on fire.
Wow.
But I don't think I could teach that to a 4-year-old.
No, it's
No.
a bit far.
Yeah. Maybe wait till she's 6,
Let's go with the
7.
taste like sheet. That's quite funny.
Yeah, I'll just go with that one. For now.
For now.
So episode 7. It's actually been quite nice this week. We've had a lot of comments from people that we know that have listened to the podcast, and we've had some nice comments about it.
Mm-hmm.
I met our pal Fiona, at Riley's Swimming, and she said that she started listening to it. Finds it really funny, obviously, naturally.
We got some comments. So a couple of friends of mine were on holiday together, and they were obviously must have been talking about it because one of the other couples that were on holiday have started listening to it and were messaging us.
So thanks for all the nice comments, and thanks for
Clive. I was talking to Clive this week as well.
You're talking to Clive, yeah. Did you find out if it was Clive that sent us the doorstop?
I didn't ask. I
still
like
don't
the
know.
Mystery of it.
We still don't know who sent us the doorstop.
I like
It's
the
still
air
a
of
mystery.
mystery.
Nobody sent us money yet, so avid listeners, not that avid, obviously. Running. I don't really done that much running this week.
No, because you were going to do it 2 nights ago, but you didn't.
I didn't.
We're tired.
Yeah. I did. Yeah. I'm kind of getting to a point where because I'm halfway, it's like
You hitting a wall. She said the name of the
I think
podcast.
so. That's the name of the podcast.
Nah.
You know what I think it is? I think I've got this seasonal. Was it seasonal
affective disorder?
I genuinely think I've got like some sort of version of it, because even just like getting up for work now when it's dark.
Yeah, I think everyone has that though. I don't think that's sad.
It's just something that people go through when it gets a bit darker. And even like at work, I've been making like little mistakes, and I've been really annoyed with myself that I've done these wee mistakes. Not like big mistakes, but just wee things that I usually do that I just, and I'm just blaming the seasons.
Okay.
I'm blaming the seasons changing.
Well, it was actually frosty yesterday for the first time.
Aye. Had to bloody defrost my car yesterday morning.
Aye, so did I.
It's that cold.
But I've got a Ford now. Thank you, Henry Ford, for your heated windscreens.
And fuck you, Henry Ford, for designing your 2013 Ford Focus so that the little rubber strips in the door, the rubber sealing doors, mine's have pretty much fell off.
Quite an old car though.
Yeah, but
I don't think it's his fault.
It's just
Heated windscreen,
a random bit. It's genuinely. I was driving back from work today, and I realised that when I opened the door, like half of the rubber sealing was just like hanging. So I need to get the super glue out, put it together like a man.
Okay.
Put some super glue. We've got another Am I the Arsehole? But we'll do that in a little bit.
Yeah. It's less of a funny one and more of a savage one. It's quite funny, but...
Okay, well, we'll do that one in a little bit. But have you heard the breaking news from today?
No, I avoid the news. It gives me sad.
This is really sad news. Are you ready?
Oh, God.
BBC daytime show Doctors is coming to an end.
Is that still on?
It's still on, but not anymore. They're ending it next year. How do you feel about that?
I have literally seen about 3 seconds of it my whole life.
I've seen one whole episode of it, and the only reason I watched it, and it was from a couple of years ago, I think it was like sort of during the sort of pandemic time, they made a episode where one of the patients could only see Joe Pasquale. So all of the characters in the show were played by Joe Pasquale. Right.
So you're saying you watched this during COVID pandemic time, which
Yep.
is like 2020. It's now almost 2024.
Uh-huh.
That was almost 4 years ago, and that's still going after they've made a Joe Pasquale
I
episode.
think that was maybe the Jump in the Shark episode. That's maybe the episode that killed it off.
Wow.
So.
Do you know, I was watching something about a programme. It was Ghosts, funnily enough, bringing back.
The comedy show.
The comedy show Ghosts, would recommend, please watch.
Mm-hmm. Kyle Smith Bino and
The Lassie. Anyway.
Which is really funny.
That's coming to an end. And
Yep.
they were on like a programme talking about it, and they said, why are they ending it now? Because it's like really popular and whatever. And they said, because we don't want to be that show that people say, is that still on?
Yeah.
Like Doctors.
Yeah. I think... Well, yeah, I mean, Doctors is more of like a sort of soap opera type thing. It's more like your sort of...
Still.
Yeah, but it was time to end that. But I think American TV shows are quite bad like that. For like, their comedy shows sort of keep going on. I mean, obviously, you look at The Office US compared to The Office UK. The Office UK had 2 series and then a Christmas special, and then it ended. And it was like 6 episodes each series. the US office, as much as I love the US office and I prefer it over the UK one.
I think most people do.
Yeah. It did once Michael Scott left, once Steve Carell left, they should have just ended it there, or just at least had another season and just ended it at that, but they kept it going for like another 4 seasons.
Well, it's a bit like Grey's Anatomy. I love Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
But
Each
it
to
is...
their own.
What?
Each to their own.
Well, I don't like The Office.
That's
Did they sit there and say that about you though, did I?
No.
So, pipe down. Get back in your box. Anyway. Aye, that is now 20, maybe 21 series long.
Does that mean, is it like a series a year? Has it been a series a year sort of thing?
Ish.
Yeah.
I mean, I was late to the party. I didn't start watching it till like season 17 was already out.
Mm.
But
yeah, and then you watched it literally all the time.
it took me 6 months to watch it.
Yeah. Well, actually, there was actually a phrase in the household. Are you watching Grey's Anatomy? And that was I just said that all the time, and it was always true.
That's what I was watching.
Yeah.
It's when I was pregnant as well, so
Yeah, that's fair.
it was pretty slow going
Yeah.
in life.
You got to fill your days somehow.
Absolutely. But no. So anyway, what my point is, you're just making me blabber on, is that apart from the first series, which is 9 episodes, the rest of that is 23 plus episodes per season.
Yeah.
It's a journey. And you're like, at this point now, like all the main characters, like there's like 2 of the original cast left.
Yeah.
Even the person who the main character has left.
Yeah.
Although she's like sometimes in it, once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
Just give it up.
Because is it not like her hospital?
It's named after her.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not actually. It's named after her
Named
sister.
after her. Oh, I thought it was her mum.
Nah.
Oh.
See, you don't pay enough
I
attention.
don't pay attention. Maybe I should start watching it again.
But yeah, once they started killing off some serious characters, it was
I think
like,
once the
just
main
stop.
character leaves a show, it definitely has to end.
yeah, you're killing it. Now.
100%.
You're killing it.
100%. I have been obsessed by a new song.
Okay.
And it's not really a new song, it's an old song that's been re-released. You know the song Pompeii? The Orchestral Teletubbies. Yeah.
You always get me singing on this, or somehow musical.
Oh,
or
wait.
try to.
Because it's basically what they've done is they've done like
I heard it.
Hans Zimmer has brought it out, and it basically sounds like
Wow.
Orchestral Teletubbies. But I really love it, but there's something that ruins it, and it's a big thing that actually ruins that song, and it's Dan from Bastille, the singer.
Okay.
Because I don't know if anybody else agrees with this, but because it's quite theatrical and it's quite moving and powerful, he just sings it like he sang the original.
Mm-hmm. That's his singing voice, though.
I know, but because it's a more sort of powerful like music behind it, and such a legendary composer, he could have put a little bit more welly into it. He's just done. There's literally no effort to it. I mean, fair enough, that is his singing voice, but he puts no effort into it, and he just because you know how he sounds like.
He's got quite like a.
He just like breaks up his voice when he's singing, and it just ruins it. I think somebody else should have came in and sang the song, sang the lyrics. I'm sorry, Dan from Bastille.
I'm sure he's listening.
But nice effort. Good song though. Still check it out because it's still quite moving. Very good.
Fun side fact about Bastille.
Uh-huh.
They're called that because the lead singer's birthday's on Bastille Day.
Oh.
Which I think is the 14th of July, but...
It's there or thereabouts. I think it is in July.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fun fact for all you fact fans.
Fun fact for all you fact fans. I like saying that. That's my saying. That's my chat.
I know. So,
have you got anything that you want to bring up, or do you want to do your Am I the Arsehole now?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're not talking about running or anything because I've covered that.
Oh, okay.
Haven't done much this week.
Covered that by not doing it.
And
by
I'm drinking
not
beer, so it's going very well.
Right, so Am I the Arsehole then?
Yes.
So,
Do we have the jingle? No, we don't.
is it a jingle? I forgot what it was. Am I the Arsehole?
Am I the arsehole?
That was it. Okay, so this one is quite savage. So the backstory is
Mhm.
we've got a man in his 20s
Mhm.
who is in some sort of fetal medicine or maternity. That's his job. Something to do with like that, right? Maternity.
Did you say fecal medicine?
No, fetal,
Fetal medicine.
as
Like,
in baby.
okay.
Totally different field.
I thought you were like worked for Buscapan or something. Or
Just be quiet.
okay, sorry.
So he knows stuff about babies and birth and labour and pregnancy and stuff, right? That's his job.
He should do.
He should do. And he has a fiance who is also in the medical field. And he has very religious parents.
Okay.
Okay, so his parents, him and his fiance were supposed to get married, but it was COVID and they both work in medicine, so they're both really busy and they've just like decided like they've not got around to it basically, right? But he's got very religious parents who pretty much can't stand the fact that he lives in sin.
Okay.
In inverted commas, right?
Okay.
He lives in sin, and it comes up in like on occasion, and they like give him like digs at him and stuff about it, and they go to church and they say they're embarrassed at church about it and whatever else, right?
Makes me angry.
Makes him angry too. So Christmas dinner, and it turns out that him and all his siblings are all going to his parents' house this 1 year. And he's got 3 other siblings. They're all like married, or they got married like immediately after moving in together, whatever, right? They all did things the inverted commas right way.
It's not the right way. You do your own way.
You do you. It's
Kids out there.
2023. Whatevs.
Yep.
So anyway, they're like the wedding is all planned now. So his parents are like giving these little jibes at like, oh, we're glad you're finally getting married. I can like show my face in the church and not be embarrassed and all this. And he just gets like really pissed off with it.
Yeah.
So he starts telling a story.
Understandable.
Understandable. So he starts telling a story at the dinner table about this baby that he's dealt with at work who was premature, 3 months premature, and was 1 pound, 4 ounces or whatever, and like all the medical problems the baby had and how it had to like battle in its life, like to start life. And his parents start getting this like funny look and they kind of divert the conversation. So it turns out that his gran, one of his parents' mums, his gran, had informed him when that his brother, this is complicated, right? But his brother, it is known in the family that his brother was premature, okay?
Right, okay.
By 3 to 4 months, okay? And that's always been the story. It's always been widely known that his brother was his oldest sibling, their first child, was premature. But his gran let him in on the fact that his premature brother was 9 pound at birth.
Right.
So full term baby weight.
Yeah.
So turns out, right, how can your baby be premature and 9 pounds? So it turns out that they've obviously had the baby or been pregnant before their wedding, the parents. And they've always done the whole...
And the gran doesn't know.
No, the gran knows.
Oh, the gran knows.
That's the gran's let him in on it when they've started being like funny to him about living in sin with his girlfriend.
Right, okay.
Then the gran's like, hold on a minute here, son. You need to know something. Your brother was 9 pound, 4 months premature. Miracle child.
Oh my God.
So he's like sat on this for ages, and then just like when they've started letting rip again at the Christmas dinner, he's like, so this baby I know about that was 3 months premature is 1 pound 3, and his parents like glaze over and start like diverting the conversation. He's like, so what about, I don't know, let's just put in a name, John. What weight was John at birth at 4? And yeah, so he's basically like,
so did they admit it?
They've not admitted it, but he's like, so am I the arsehole for like making a Christmas dinner awkward as in him?
No.
Absolutely not.
Nope. Nope. You are absolved, son.
They've not even had a baby, they're just living together, they're engaged.
Unbelievable.
I know. Like, what day and age are we living in, guys?
It's unreal.
But, yeah. So he now now his family are all raging because he's like made Christmas dinner awkward, and they've like, he's basically called his parents out on like them living in sin as well.
Damn right.
I think so.
Damn right, bro.
I think he sat in it right to the exact right moment. That was...
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah. So we're saying he's not the arsehole.
Oh, he's absolutely not the arsehole.
Nah.
The parents are the arsehole.
Yeah.
It's like the parrot's the arsehole.
The parrot's the arsehole.
It was quite difficult. It took me almost right to the end of last week's episode to find the name of last week's episode. And as soon as, it was nearly Baby Doorstop. But then as soon as we started talking about the parrot, then it was definitely the parrot's the arsehole.
It is.
Yes. If you could have a scented candle.
Wow, that's a
smell.
Segue.
I was thinking about this earlier. If you were to have a scented candle smell of anything.
What, in my house?
In your house. Or just for your personal person. If you wanted to just like have a candle.
I know what I would have.
To smell of anything, what would it be?
I don't know what that weird noise was that came out my throat. It sounded like a burp. It wasn't. It was just like a weird noise that came out my throat.
Hear it.
Okay, I'm really sorry if anyone heard that.
Okay, I'll try and edit it out.
Thanks. Baby's head.
Baby's head.
If you could actually put in a candle the smell of a baby's head in the first 3 months of life, oh my god, I would just sniff that candle all day long.
That makes mine. That makes my suggestions seem really bad.
Okay.
I want like a meatball marinara smell. You like Subway?
A meatball marinara.
You know whenever you walk past Subway, and that's all you smell, is a marinara sauce.
Why would you want that in your house? Because you'd be like.
Your house would smell like Subway all the time.
You'd be starving for Subway all the time.
Aye.
Well, actually, I have a friend who does listen to the podcast on occasion, and he makes wax melts. So we'll do a wee shout out to La Calma wax melts. You can find them online. La
Calma, just on Facebook.
No, I think it's an actual website that it's got.
Oh, how do you spell La Calma, please?
LaCalma.
La Cam.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Cam.
Something like that.
Something like that. La Cama. Give him a shout. Give him a search on Google.
But also, if you're listening, James,
yes.
Baby's head and meatball marinara.
Meatball marinara,
are your
please.
24 cents that we're looking for, please.
Don't want it. It's not like a Christmas smell.
So if we had those, then
the year smell. I
would just go about wanting another baby all the time. You would go about wanting a meatball marinara. That was there all the time.
So you would get really fat from being pregnant, and I would get really fat from eating Subways all the time.
There you go.
There we go. That was my last discussion topic.
Oh.
And
do you not have any little irks this week?
Do I have any irks this week? Not since the last one, no.
Oh, that's good. You've had an irk-free week.
Have you an irk-free week from me as well?
From you, yeah, but it doesn't have to be about you all the time.
Do you have anything in particular?
Onions.
Okay, what about onions?
See when
onions have layers.
Ogres have layers. Anyway, see when you're like cutting up an onion,
and
it's got like, I don't know how to describe it. The hair.
The hair, the skin?
No, not the skin.
The root.
Yes. The hairy bit. The root.
It's a hairy onion.
I wouldn't eat that.
No.
So, the root, with like the wee strings that come off it.
Yeah.
It just, oh my god, they need to get rid of them.
I don't think they can though.
Oh my god.
How can you change the genetics of an onion to get rid of the roots? Because they come from the ground.
Well, they should cut them off before they sell
onions
them.
Come from the ground?
Yes.
Or do they come from the trees? Oh no, you didn't get onion trees, do you? I don't fucking know. I'm not a farmer.
Onion trees.
They come from the ground. Yeah.
I'm just going to check.
Vegetables come from... Do you know? Aye, all vegetables come from the ground.
Do they?
Aye. Fruits come from trees and onions come from the ground. Are you actually Googling it?
Just to make sure. There's no such thing as an onion tree.
Ah.
They come from Southwest Asia. That's not what I was
What,
wanting
onion
to know.
trees come
I
from
just wanted to know
Southwest
if it was
Asia?
for the tree or for the ground.
What? Onion trees come from Southwest
No,
Asia? Or
onions.
onions come from South... Oh, right, okay. Well, it's used quite a lot in Asian cuisine.
Are you alright?
Aye.
Okay, good.
Alright.
Anyway.
That's 3/4 of a beer that I've had.
So the root, I want rid of it because I hate the wee stringy bits sticking to like the rest of the onion when you're cutting it, or if you're like making something, it's just on the knife and then it's everywhere, and I try to rid of them, and between them and the wee seeds inside peppers, I don't know what annoys me more, but I think it's the onion just tips it.
Okay.
I was making fajitas tonight. There was peppers and onions involved.
Well, you know what? The fajitas tasted lovely.
Good, thanks.
So it was worth it.
I also wonder why we have quick cook pasta now, and I was wondering why all pasta can't be quick cook, because it's amazing.
It is.
So quick to cook.
But you can taste the difference and see the difference
You can't
between.
taste the difference.
I think you can.
In
With
what
that
way?
that spirally stuff that you
Pasta
got.
is pasta, unless you're getting it for Italy.
Yeah.
If you're getting it for Tesco,
But the
it's just pasta.
but the quick cook pasta is smaller.
Other supermarkets are available.
Are definitely smaller.
Eat more of it then.
Ah, but that's bad.
But whatever. I don't have the energy for this. I'm really sleepy.
You're tired?
No.
I don't have any irks this
I'm the
week.
opposite of awake.
I don't have any irks this week.
Good. I'm happy for you.
I've had a lovely week.
I'll be back
apart
to
from
work.
apart from
at
having seasonal affective disorder.
Apparently, you've just self-diagnosed like
Yeah.
15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
No, I'll be back to work this weekend, so I'll have plenty of irks next week.
Oh yes.
Oh yes. You
Yes.
sounded like Churchill there.
We're just going to take each. After this week, we're just going to basically take every week as it comes, and see if we can doing a podcast. I'll be trying to release something at least once a week anyway, regardless. But hopefully we'll see you next week.
Okay, we'll see.
Thanks for listening. Remember and follow us. Remember and email us.
Yeah, we didn't say it yet.
I haven't. I've sort of leave it to the end. If you want to email us any questions, suggestions for the podcast, you can email us hitthewallpod@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram page is @hitthewallpod, where you can message us stuff as well. I will be getting some clips out this week. I just need to have some time to do it, and I haven't had time yet, but I will. So keep an eye on the Hit the Wall Instagram page for that. And that's it. We're still looking for suggestions as well for the Hit the Wall Advent calendar. For if you've got any weird and wonderful foods that you want me to try.
Oh, I gave you something new this week to try.
You did. It was
A kiwi
berry, which is basically a very small kiwi fruit.
Yeah, I've never seen or heard of that before in my life.
The size of a strawberry. And you know what? They were all right.
Aye, they just tasted like
I would have had
small kiwis.
a positive reaction to that.
They were a bit squishy.
They were.
But
They went off very quickly.
yeah.
But
you know,
they were nice.
native to Portugal.
So any suggestions on weird and wonderful foods that I can try that are foods that are meant to be good for you? Like superfoods and high protein stuff like that, because it's a running podcast. I'm going to try and do like that sort of healthy stuff.
You always say that like we're like because it's a running podcast. You made it a running podcast.
I did make it a running podcast, and I kind of regret it now. I won't regret it by the time next year comes, because I'll be talking about it a lot more when the marathon comes up, but not just yet. We're just talking shite just now. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week, if not the week after.
Okay, bye
Good
now.
night, bye, or good day, whenever you're listening, or good afternoon.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
That's the one.